Hey, good morning, folks. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the morning MLive weather update. Hey, you like my headlines? Extremely comfortable air on the way. Yes, extremely comfortable. You know, usually we use that word with things like extremely hot or extremely cold or extremely nasty weather, but extremely comfortable air is on the way. Hey, good morning, Kyle McCarty. And also probably the best rain, widespread, useful rain on the way for the state of Michigan since I figure about late May or the first week in June. You know, some spots have had enough rainfall, but this looks like a pretty good widespread useful rain. Good morning, Chris Ratasiak. So let's get to it. If you have any questions, let me know and we'll try to give you an answer. All right, high temperatures today. Oh, let's call it between about 80 and 83 in the southern part of lower Michigan, Detroit, Ann Arbor, Jackson, along I-94, about 83-ish, I would say. 82 in Flint, 79 in the Saginaw area, 70s in the Thumb, Grand Rapids 83, 76 TC, 73 Sunrise Side, and 70s in UP. Is it going to rain all day Saturday? No, even though I'm talking about the best chance of rain in 6 weeks, it's not a continuous all day long rain. It's still going to have some flare-ups where it is heaviest, most concentrated in the afternoon and evening, like a typical rain is, and then flare down and least concentrated in the middle of the day. Saturday, a washout in Gladwin. I'm not calling it a washout, but it's close. It's close, and I think you need updates from me as we go into the weekend. This is the dew point temperature forecast for 5 o'clock today. Okay, and us meteorologists, you know, oh, good, Chris Ratasiak, 1 inch of rain. You know, us meteorologists have had a hard time with the dew point forever. When I used to be in TV, the news directors, our bosses, used to say, never, never use the word dew point. Nobody understands it. And it's kind of true, but I got to tell you, you got to get just a grasp on it, and it's the best way to get a feel for how comfortable or how dry the air will be. When you have temperatures in the 80s and dew points in the low 40s and even upper 30s, you are talking almost like a real dry fall day. Warms up, obviously, at 78 to 83, but just extremely low humidity. And I don't like relative humidity because it can vary so much with temperature. But this one, I think, shows you. This is the relative humidity forecast at 5 o'clock today. And look at this relative humidity, 25 to 30% across lower Michigan. That is extremely dry air for any time of the year here in Michigan. Usually in the afternoon on a dry day, we'll get down to maybe 40% relative humidity, 25%, 23%, 21% in Grand Rapids. That is extremely dry, and we probably only have a handful of those kind of dry days every year. But let's take a look at our best rain in 6 weeks. We're going through tomorrow, and tomorrow is another fantastic day. Wind starts to turn to the south. Friday, okay, we're at 8 a.m. Friday, and see this storm center? That's a full-fledged circulating low-pressure system. It's a slow mover. It circulates these areas of rain around it, and it doesn't give you just one chance at a rain. It gives you, this is Friday evening, late evening, and Friday overnight, and we go into Saturday morning, and look, the low pressure center has only moved about halfway across Wisconsin in 24 hours, and still circulation around. And that's why someone's asked, is this a washout? When you look at something like this, no, it's not a washout. There could be 6 hours of dry weather, maybe 12 hours of dry weather in any one spot. Now we start to go into the afternoon on Saturday, and you see what I call that diurnal flare-up. As the afternoon progresses, even though it'll be cloudy, you get instability, you get more showers, and it flares up again. And that could continue into Sunday as well. How much? Now, again, I like to look at these. The problem with the models and weather data is it's so verbatim, so exact. You want to take it exact. You don't take it exact. What you do is you use it as this is the scenario that could happen around the state, okay? Is Golf Friday afternoon a bust? Where, Martin Nadrowski? That's the question. If you're in the southeast, you're probably okay. If you're on the west side of the state, you're probably starting to get thunderstorms. Okay, so where was I with this? Okay, let's look at what this storm system could do for Michigan in general. And this is the forecast through Monday morning for total rainfall. You see a lot of area in a ½ inch. You see an inch. You see some spots over an inch. That's what I think this rain is. I think this rain is a ½ inch to an inch everywhere type rain, and a lot of spots an inch to 1.5. And that would be a good rain for lower Michigan. It wouldn't end the total dryness, but it would be a pretty good rain. So here's what we have. We have awesome weather today. Dare I say it? You might want to skip work. I might want to skip work. We'll see if I do that. Tomorrow, an awesome day also. We might want to skip work 2 days in a row. Friday, the humidity will be growing. The storm will be approaching. Showers and thunderstorms developing from west to east. Maybe taking it later on. Okay, let's see. Someone says, camping with the kids at Silver Lake Monday to Thursday. Praying for good weather since that system will be through. And I think you're going to have actually pretty decent weather. Next week, I think it could be a little cool, almost chilly. Maybe some lows in the 40s and upper 30s in the inland areas of northern Michigan. So, hey, there you go, Robert. He's playing hooky. That's a good idea. And then we get the off and on showers and thunderstorms from Friday night through Saturday, Saturday night, Sunday. Not all day rains. I'm always an advocate of not canceling your plans when there's some rain in the forecast. But on this one, I would lean a little bit more toward what are we going to do if it rains for 3 to 6 hours on a Saturday, something like that. Because that's a real good possibility. And I hate to tell you, we don't want it on a Saturday, but we got to take it this year when Mother Nature will give it to us. So there's your weather update for today. Hey, thanks for joining me everyone. Someone says, so what you're telling me, this is the worst weekend in weeks. Depends on who you are. I've got some farmer friends that have signed on here, and they're saying, wow, that is the greatest weekend we've had in some weeks. So it depends on what kind of weather we want. Take care, everybody. I'm going to sign off for now. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.